and gentlemen, this is your one and only MC, Mr. MSITA, Star Me Away. And if you can call me short and six, the man. I'm carrying some books of some of the greatest people within this world. Some of the inventors that invented some crazy stuff that are now, and have now taken over the whole of this universe. I have the Steve Jobs and then also Steve Hawkins. And here, I'm not going to speak about these guys here, but I want to focus on one person, Elon Musk. Oh my, Elon Musk has come and has unmasked everything. The internet, he's revolutionized the whole thing. Sometimes back the Gen Z spoke about internet being disrupted, and they kept on requesting, for Wi-Fi that can be able, not to be disrupted. And here, Elon Musk has given you Starlink, giving you speed that each one of us always want to experience while we are browsing. Starlink gives you that kind of a speed. I wonder, and I know you also want to know, how does it work? How does the unboxing look like? Today, I am having the boxed Starlink, and in a few minutes, I'll be unboxing it. So if you want to know and if you want to experience together with me while we are unboxing the whole thing, then stick over there. Don't leave that space. I'll be back in a short while. But kumbuka, this is your one and only MC, Mr. MSITA, this fellow way. And kama hawezi, oh my, call me short. I'm six, the man.
Hello great people. This is your admin, MCTA, aka M6 the man. I want to take this chance to say a big thank you for your continuous trust and maintaining updates on as your main source of updates on all that is trending far and wide. Updates on, keeping you up to date with all that is trending far and wide.
Now, we are here to unbox the Starlink. But before I unbox them, what is Starlink? Starlink actually is a device, that was invented to give internet in another crazy way, in another amazing way. And who's the inventor? Oh, Elon Musk. Elon Musk, I know some of you know him by the X space. Na nakwambia Gen Zs wametumia X space na I'm telling you, with the X space, these guys were able to do some crazy stuff in Kenya. If you want to know what I'm talking about, can you just go to your YouTube channels, YouTube there, and search and see what the Gen Zs did in Kenya. I don't know what I can say, but it was, it changed like the whole thing. But here we are, we want to talk about the internet. Internet within Starlink, it means with this kind of internet, you can be able to remove it from, instead of being stationed at one place, you can make it mobile. But in this case, Starlink, they don't mention mobile, they mention something called the roaming. And the roaming is a totally different package from another, which is called residential. Residential is that particular one that you want only to be, to be put at a fixed place, using it in your own house. So for the residential, the package and the charges are different. The charges for this residential is 6,500 per month. But I wonder, kuna watu wengine wanashangaa 1,300 people are talking about. Hii 1,300, is it that unaweza tumia a whole month? No. 1,300 is a limited package. But if perhaps you want one that is unlimited, then it means you have to go to the 6,500 package, which is the residential. So for the 1,300 offers you 50 GB. But remember, in as much as it is offering you the 50 GB, it is limited. But if you want the unlimited, then it means you have to pay the 6,500. And then if you are one that wants to use the Starlink but hautaki kutumia place moja, then inamaanisha you have to use the roaming package, which is 14,000. Are you ready? So we can unbox this one. I've already given you the info. So, internet for Starlink. Once you've already bought the Starlink, it means you're going to set it up at a place that has gotten no obstruction. It doesn't want any obstruction, because once you set it up and there are obstruction around, then it means you ain't gonna get the internet flowing well. The speeds are amazing. They're outstanding. So if you haven't gotten yourself the Starlink internet, then here it is, and I'm taking you right away to the unboxing part. Every time I see this, I remember the X space where the Gen Zs did their stuff, and oh my, they made the whole of Kenya go like crazy. So inside here, once we open the package for the Starlink, there are a number of items that we are supposed to be finding inside here. There should be 6 of them. So when I say 6, we're going to start counting them all together. So first of all, there is the stand there, which is metallic. That is one. And then the other, the second one that you're going to find here is the satellite itself. That's how it looks like. First of all, when you open, you'll notice it is tilted. The tilting, you can see the angle, it's tilted. So that is the second one. That is 2. And then there is one thing that if you're not keen and careful to notice is this. I know many a times some of us, they expect to get the manual looking like this. But in this case, this is the manual for the Starlink. Within this, you'll notice there is the QR code. Okay? The QR code. I'm going to talk about the QR code once I'm done taking you through all of the items that are within the Starlink box. So here we have already taken out 3 things. There is the stand, there is the satellite itself, and then I expect you to find the router. So simple like that, white in color. Can I say it's even more whiter than Snow White? So far we are having 4 things down. Now, another thing is the cable. I'm expecting you to find a cable. So there is a 15-meter cable. This is what is gonna do all the magic within this Starlink. So you connect the cable, with the satellite and the router over there. And then the last thing that you're supposed to find within the box is the power cable. Once you've gotten all of these 6 items, then it means you are set. There is nothing that is gonna, stop you from getting the internet that Elon Musk launched, or can I say unmasked for you. I'll be back in a short while to take you through on all of the connection within the Starlink that I've already unveiled. We have already unboxed. That's how it is. The one and only MC, Mr. MSITA in his fellow way. Na kama hawezi, call me short M6, the man. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel, Updates On. Then this is the base, this is the channel to be kept up to date with all that is trending. Your one and only MC, Mr. MSITA in his fellow way. Na kama hawezi, call me short M6, the man. We're going to go straight, to the connection of all these Starlink, items that I've taken out for you. I said, when you unbox the Starlink, you are expected to find 6 items within the box. Here are the items that I took outside the box, and now I'm going to take you through on how to connect all of them and get it kicking and getting internet into your house. So here I am. This, the router, and the router itself underneath, there's a place for connecting, the untutored cable, which is this one here. And then there's another port on that other side, which he used to connect the power cable. Now, there is this, which is still very more important. you're not supposed to misplace this one, because this one carries a lot of details that you need, to get, and start, setting up the whole thing and to make it start working. Now here I have the cable. The only thing that I'll need to do is to take this, and there are two ways of connecting this one. You can either decide to put it from underneath there. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. There's the cable. Now if you want to connect the cable from underneath, because once you get the Starlink satellite, you'll notice the cable has been already connected to the Starlink satellite. But in this case, I want to get this cable from underneath. What I'm going to do, and all that I can do, is to just simply pull this out, take the stand here, and with the cable take it underneath there, and then once you've done that, you get the Starlink satellite, and with this cable make sure that the side that is protruded is facing you, is facing the front, that facing the front. So I'm gonna take the cable and QT cable and then lock it in. So simple like that. So once I put them all together, you'll notice there's something, there is a lock inside the camera, kindly, that one, and then with this spacing. So it means all that I need to do is to push the cable and then lock it. Now I've gotten the cable from underneath. But in the case whereby you don't want the cable to go underneath the stand, then it means we have to take out the satellite from the stand. And how do we do that? There is a button over here. You don't use a lot of energy. So simple. Gentle press, pull it off. Once you pull it out, to the cable back again, there it is. Just simply pull it out like that. So there are two options of connecting this. So there are those that want to put it from under, and there are those that want to just maybe leave it the way it was connected as they were unpackaging. It comes connected like that. So this one can still work. Still lock it. Let the cable hang in the air like that. Lock. Whichever way that you want it, connected, doesn't matter. As long as everything has been connected to the device and its router. So with that, all that we need to do once we're connecting this, Starlink satellite, ensure where you're putting the Starlink satellite has gotten no obstruction. In the case there are a lot of obstruction around, then it means the connection, as it is turning around, looking for the network, looking for the satellite, to be connected with, and it happens to find some obstruction, then you won't be able to find internet. Internet will only be found once it's been connected. Every setup has been done correctly. We have already set up the Starlink, and then the other thing that we need to connect is the power cable with the router, and I'm already having the power cable here. It's so simple. All that you need to do is to take the power cable like that. That is how it looks from underneath, and then connect. That's how it looks like. That's the cable. You connect. And then one thing that I also noticed is that the way they have designed this one, there's a rubber around it. This rubber also is to keep off any liquid, any water from penetrating into this. So it means even if there's water flowing around, you cannot get inside. You always have to make sure that it is properly connected. Now, it means once you connected the power cable, the other side will definitely need to be connected to the power source. And then now, the other end of this actuated cable that has been already connected to the satellite, it means we have to connect it to the router. That's the router. this side that needs to be connected to the router. So there were two, ports underneath, one for the power cable and then the other from the Starlink satellite now to the router. So this one you have to be very keen when you're doing it. You have to make sure it's just like the way you connect your phone. Make sure you positioned it the correct way. Now the position, I've already checked mine is correct. So all that I need to do is to lock it in, and that's what you're supposed to be having at the end of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, once you've done all that, this is what you're going to be needed to have next as a final. Ensure that there are no obstruction where you're connecting the internet, where you're placing, the Starlink, satellite. Ensure everything has been powered on. Once it's been powered on, there is a light, there's a white light that you're going to notice, lighting in front of the, the router. Now, within this, this is the manual. It looks so simple. Watu wa Kenya usidhani ya kupepetea jiko hizi kupepetea jiko manze. Msipate mtu anachukua hiki kitu anaenda kupepetea jiko. I know some of you outside there wonder what am I talking about. When you come to Kenya, anything that is flat like this, and especially those those that are back in the reserves, they'll use this to fan. You know what I'm talking about. You fan the here in Kenya call it makaa. Out there, it as charcoal. They fan the charcoal to make the whole, the whole cooker light up, and then they start cooking. So what I'm saying here, if you are from Kenya, don't go and start thinking that this is the fan that you use to keep on fanning the cooker to make it light up. So this one is a manual book for that, and it has gotten a QR code. So once you've gotten everything ready, you go to your phone, you go to your device, go to the scanning part, and then scan the QR code over there. That's the QR code. Once you scan the QR code, most definitely it will redirect you to the to the app of Starlink. You download, and then from there do all the setup. Once you've done all the setup and you've registered yourself, remember I told you and I mentioned about the roaming package, and then there is the residential package. If you want to use it within your house and without roaming around with it, that is like packing it back to your box and going with it to another place. If it is the residential, permanent, it is 6,500. 6,500. Once you've done all the setup, you've gone there, you'll see the package together with their prices stuck there. So they've given you an option of ways that you can pay. When I did mine first, I saw the M-Pesa. You can use the M-Pesa or your Visa, your credit card, whichever that you find suitable with you, it's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, once you've done all that, everything has been set up, you're good to go. You paid it, you paid for your package, you're good to go. But ensure that one thing, once you do all the setup, this is situated at a place that has gotten no obstruction. Keep on, lock this channel, updates on, updating you with all that is trending far and wide. Your one and only MC, Mr. MSITA in his fellow way. Na kama hawezi, call me short. M6, the man. Keep it locked. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Updates on Group. Your one and only MC, Mr. MSITA, spell me your way. Na kama hawezi, call me short. M6, the man. Now, I want you to observe something. I said once you connected all of these things within Starlink, you're supposed to be getting internet. But remember, internet cannot come immediately if you haven't done everything correctly. I said one thing. For you to get internet, for you to do a proper setup, then it means you have gotten to do a proper setup of the satellite outside there. There are not supposed to be any obstruction. Akufai kuwa na any obstruction. Kama kuna any obstruction outside, malumeka yo dish, malumeka yo satellite, then it means internet haitakuwa fine. If you want to get a proper internet, then you better set everything correctly. Now I want you to notice one thing. Once you take it outside the box, it looks tilted. Ukitoa kwa box, that's how it looks like. Tilted. Let me put it at this, at this angle so that you can notice one thing once I turn the whole thing on. Now, kuna wengine wenu unajua wana expect once you turn on something, once you power on a device, you're supposed to see power maybe somewhere there. But in this case, no. It is the opposite. And I know right now you're curious, your power inawaka wapi. Let me show you. My power is on, and then that is where you're expected to check if the power is on. But at the same time, I want you to zoom over there. Let's give it some time and then see what the Starlink is gonna do. So you ensure that everything is correctly done, just in case. And that's what I was talking about. Once you see the Starlink, satellite doing that, what does it mean? It is looking for exactly where the satellite is. Which satellite is this that I'm talking about? The satellite are in the space. And in Africa, we already have, some small satellites that are not far from the sky, but also at the same time you cannot see them. Right now, when it's doing that, then it means it's adjusting itself to the angle where the satellite is in the sky. Once it has gotten the exact position where it is, then it means it's gonna be locked to that position. But one thing I have to let you know, in as much as it has changed like this, remember I said for internet to be there should be no obstruction around, and in this case ours is nil. It is negative. I'm not gonna get internet haitakuwa in this case. So in this case hapa kuna internet. Hata kama nilikuwa nimefanya proper setup, there is still no internet within Starlink. This is what Elon Musk gave to you. My Gen Zs, mulikatiwa wifi na wale wasee, mkasema hey, tunahitaji internet. And here Elon Musk amewaletea the Starlink. I'll be back to show you another way and the hacks of getting this Starlink satellite that was tilted but now like a table. Kama wewe ni msakulu unapenda kunywa chai, hii meza, usijaribu kuketia hapa. Uketia umeharibu device ya Elon Musk, na Elon Musk atakuarrest. I'll be back in a short while. One and only MC, Mr. MSITA in his fellow way. Na kama hawezi, call me short. M6. The man. Ladies and gentlemen, I am back. This channel updates on, keep it locked, and I must say thank you to every person that has always been following me up and entrusted you enough for letting me to give you the information on all that is trending far and wide. Na kama kawa, this is your one and only MC, Mr. MSITA in his fellow way. Na kama hawezi, ni call in short M6, the man. Now what I want to show you is something that I believe that no one else has shown you. Sometimes back when I first received Starlink and I powered on my Starlink, this is how it looked like. But at some point I wondered, now I want to pack it back to the box. But did you notice one thing? Once it powered on, this is how it looked like a table, so flat. But in this case, I want to get it back to the position in which it was there before, so I can pack it back to the box. How do we do this? I'm gonna show you a hack on how to go about this. Remember, there is no button that you can press to get it back tilted. There is no button. The only button that is there is this, only to remove the stand. But there's no button to get this table looking like satellite going back to its position. How can we do this? It's so simple. This is what I said first. The first time that I connected my Starlink, I had a challenge of getting it back to the position it was there before. Tilted position, tilted, not like that, at a tilted position, not flat like a bed, So in this case, I said at first, the only button that is here is a single button for dislocating it from the stand. But in this case, I want to get it back to the position it was before so I can pack it back to the box. But before I do that, I want to let you know about something. The router itself. In the case whereby set up router na jina ambayo ulipatia si jina kwako unataka. Maybe ulipatia jina nyingine mbaya sana. You know, jina ambayo haikuwa pale na you're wondering how can I get it back, you know, and set it up again. We factory reset. To factory reset, you know, this Starlink router is the easiest. The only thing that you need to do is so simple. The only thing that you need to do is so simple. This is the power plug. The power plug is here. All that you need to do is to connect. Once you ensure that the power is on the plug where you're plugging it. So the only thing that you need to do is to plug it in on the socket. When it is on, remove it. You do it 6 times in sequence. You plug it, remove it the second time. Plug it into the power, remove it until the 6th round. Once you've gotten it to the 6th round, you'll notice one thing. The name that you had given the Starlink, maybe you had given it Elon Musk or X, or let me say Msita M6, and you want to get it off from M6. Msita, you do not want people to know that M6 has Wi-Fi. You want to get it back to a different name. How can you do that? It's by the way I was telling you. Plug it into the power, the first round until the 6th round. Once you go to the 6th round, you'll notice it has, you know, factory reset itself. It has gone back to the name Starlink. Once there, you're sorted out. But now, I want us to get this table that is standing over here back to the position it was there before when we were unboxing from the box itself. So what I'm gonna do is to get this back to the power, and immediately what I'm gonna do, turn it on, unplug this one, and then look at what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna place it upside down like that, and then you'll notice one thing that is gonna happen. Just the way I told you to be patient for it to, you know, start stabilizing and looking for the position where the satellite is in the space. It is the same way that I'm gonna let you, you know, wait, be, you know, patient to get that in the position that was there before, so that you can pack it back into the box and maybe perhaps carry it to another different location. Let's wait and see what happens. So here you have to be patient. If you are not one person who is patient, you have to learn on how to be patient. We are waiting to see it change its position, and there we go. It's as simple as that. Once it's done, just switch it off, dismantle the whole thing, a minute. The box for Starlink is here. I began with you. There are a lot of great minds out there. Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, Steve Hawkins, and maybe perhaps you're gonna be the next, you know, Steve Hawkins, Elon Musk. And hey, who knows? Kenya also has brains. The box itself, the 6 items that I spoke about, we need now to get them back into the box. Because it has gone back to its original position, it means you're already set up to get it back to the way it was before. Let's box it back. We unboxed, but we are boxing it back. Wanasema kutoa vitu kutoka kwa box is the simplest in the whole world, but the hardest part, getting them all back in position the way they were there before. Let's get boxing it. So ensure you have everything. That the most important thing that people forget is this. So We have to put all the cables back again. So simple. Pull it simple like that. This one is a tough one. Ensure everything is back the way it was there before. We box it back to its original position. This one always lying facing up like that. Then always don't forget that. Why? The cable, you wonder how many meters. This one is 15 meters. 15 meters is long enough to get you connected. Even can I say connected to the whole world. Internet connecting you everywhere. Crazy, I'm telling you this. So ensure you put everything back the way it was there before. The main reason I've stuck to this, so simple. The main reason I'm stuck to that is because I want to avoid any dirt getting inside the small spaces. So the only thing that we need to do is to get them back the way they were there before, and now it is there. You wonder, what about the other side? This other side came connected directly to that. So we already sorted on that one. $15 meters. Cable is strong, it can withstand the weather, the heat, the dust, water. This one withstands all that. No need for you to worry about anything. The power cable now is here. Make it, get back to the way it was before. Or is it hard? Ni ngumu, si ngumu. So simple. Back to its original position. Now everything is back. Now all that I need to do is to get that back. So the power cable is also there. Facing down. Router back again. And then I have this, the manual. Don't call it chapati because this is not chapo. This is a piece of paper. This is the manual for this. And you also ought, to be very careful, because the first time I got it off, I kept on wondering, because they told me there are 6 items within the box. You know what happened? It got stuck like that, like glue. The other thing that I was just about to do is to call those guys and tell them, hey, I cannot see the manual. Not that the manual wasn't there, it was stuck. So always be keen, check everything and ensure that everything is down, sorted properly. And here we are. Now, the stand. But before you put it down, always ensure, put this one back. Why? We don't want to get the stand scratching the Starlink, or else Elon Musk will come for your head. Oh my. And the last one is this, ladies and gentlemen. I unboxed and now I'm boxing it back. Did you notice how simple it is? So simple. My teacher told me, to keep on always following the instructions. And here I am. I've done everything and I put them the way they were supposed to have been done. Here I am. I'm going to close my box. And I'm ready to move. Remember, if it is roaming will make you want to be roaming around, moving around, packing it back into the box and moving to another location, which is 14,000 for it. But if it is a residential, you want to use it personally in your own house without moving around, that is 6,500 unlimited package for a whole month. But with 1,300, it is 50 GB. But remember, 50 GB is a limited one, not unlimited. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your one and only MC, Mr. MSITA. Spell me away. And if you can call me short, M6, the man, and keep it locked on updates on, keeping you up to date with all that is trending far and wide. Thank you.